Hello everybody, welcome back to the James Lawrence Allcott channel. Potter, he's done it. He's gone and signed it. Now, we did a video talking about the setup of Potter at Chelsea, kind of taking what he's done at Brighton and certainly the latest iteration of Brighton and how that could be really, really interesting at Chelsea. So go check out that video after this one, and I won't keep you long. I just wanted to kind of react to it briefly because I want to know from you guys, what is the overriding feeling you have with this? I have two. I think he'll get eaten alive, if I'm honest. I think he is a smart, emotionally intelligent, he's done a course on it, studious manager. And I think he, like most Chelsea managers, I mean, name a Chelsea manager that kind of doesn't get eaten alive. Even Tuchel, you know, look, I get it didn't feel right, and I get sometimes you've got to move on, but this doesn't feel right. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to call it now. Will he get the sort of backing from the club? Will he have had the conversation? Will the conversations that he has with the owners here, will he be able to trust those? I just don't know how you could, and I would imagine that this is just too big a job to turn down. Because if you turn it down, it's almost dangerous. You know, it's one of those where you have to not regret the shots you don't take, but regret the shots that you take. And it might be one where he goes there, and what I can see happening, right, is people will start to, the pressure just goes through the roof, and he will get ridiculed. I can see him getting ridiculed. Because he's sort of not cool enough, is he suave enough? You know, he's too English. That is a clear problem when it comes to sort of the scrutiny of a manager. And at Brighton, he's sort of down here, and we don't know too much about Brighton, but they seem to be punching above their weight. And so, okay, well, yeah, no, you're good. You're good. And for the hipsters out there, the football hipsters who sort of dive into that and want to find new talent, he is that new talent. Because no doubt he's a very, very good manager, very, very strong manager. But this is a jump, and I mean, wow, what a story again when it comes down to him. From Chelsea's point of view, I don't think it's a bad appointment, just to be clear. I really don't. I get it. I think it's brave, actually, from Chelsea. If there was real sort of solid thinking behind it, it just all seems so reactive time and again in this first 100 days of the new ownership that you just wonder if have they truly done an exhaustive recruitment drive on the guy who's going to be around for the next 5, 6, 7 years. We talk about Jurgen Klopp and 7 season syndrome. He gets to 7 seasons. Is this guy going to get to 7 seasons? No chance. He will at some stage, because he won't have the backing, the reverberations of any kind of negative moments will be that he's not up to it. He's not actually as good as you think he is. And people will turn on him. Just because, and maybe I'm wrong in this, maybe you're going a bit early on Todd Bowley. You know, it's not Abramovich anymore. But this, you know, this culling of Tuchel is very, very similar to Abramovich. And his ability, the owner's ability to happily make quick decisions, I don't see as a positive. I really don't. I think what you do have here is a manager who will be like, wow, look at the talent in front of me. Not, okay, I need 3, 4, 5 players. So from that point of view, he's kind of putting out a fire a little bit. But Tuchel could have dealt with this squad, possibly. I think there's a spiral and a cycle that is kind of still aligned with Chelsea. And till they get out of that cycle where you ride out a tough period because you trust this is the guy, then you will just eat up and spit out managers. And look, that might be fine. You know, Tuchel's got to several major finals, currently champions of the world, champions of Europe, of course, as well. So in terms of getting that impact quickly, look, he got it. And so you might get the same with Potter. I think what I would say is that Potter has come from a club where last year there was a period in the season where there were struggles there, you know, but the spotlight was so different, so weak. And so because of that, he gets the time, because there isn't that same kind of crippling pressure. And that's the thing for me. I think it's going to be a very new kind of pressure. And it's, again, one that he can't say no to. Similar to Lampard. Obviously, he is a much more distinguished coach. There's a lot more credit in the bank, experience in the bank, more importantly. But Lampard couldn't turn it down. He couldn't say no because he didn't know if it was going to turn up again. And I was chatting to the guys in my group chat, and there was a Chelsea fan there made a really good point. He said that, you know, Brighton could, from this moment, this could disturb the apple cart of Brighton. They could go on a bad run, and from there, he could then get the sack from Brighton, and then all of a sudden he's out looking for a job. And like similar to Eddie Howe, who didn't jump off, and I'm sure there would have been options for him. Newcastle United doesn't come around every 5 minutes. It really doesn't. And, you know, the next sort of a tier of manager will be a much higher tier than what Eddie Howe was able to kind of come in and then grow with. So for Potter, I think what's nice about it for him is that he will step into this and will now be put in that, you know, selection of managers, especially if he does well. But the story will be, can he cope? Can he rise to the challenge? And can he keep that group together? It's a huge test for him. I really hope he does well. Sort of, because, you know, obviously I'm not a Chelsea fan at all. But for him, I hope he does well and comes out of it. But I am wary of how people will ridicule and stupidify a word? Make him, sort of turn him into a meme. Because I think you see it with other diligent managers out there. And I can see people doing the same with him because his name's Graham Potter and he doesn't look like Jose Mourinho. Let me know what you think. How do you feel about this? What are the first couple of words that enter your mind when you see the news that he will be the new head coach of Chelsea? Brighton fans, do you wish him well? Do you think he'll do well? Or do you agree with me? I think he'll be eaten alive, and I don't think he'll be there longer than Tuchel. I'll be surprised if he's there longer than 2 years, but I hope he is. Let me know what you think. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you check out the video with Flav, because I need your help on that video. Go click on that. Thank you.